Meghan Markle is seemingly giving up on ads ever because her efforts to actually help sell her products continue to get abysmally worse, to such an extent that today her graphic looks like an intern did it. Yes. Can you see the mistake there? Like the massive glaring error in that image? Well, apparently Meghan Markle's freakish attention to detail did not.
Just when you think she can't, she's always attempting to spin her epic losses as major wins, and you can't fool us anymore.
Meghan wants to get to billionaire status. She genuinely believes she's sitting on a gold mine with her jam. That was terrible, by the way.
2 storage rooms inside Netflix headquarters are filled to the ceiling with Meghan Markle's jam. It's not being sold, shipped, or promoted. It's being handed out for free. Employees are reportedly leaving work with bags full of jars, sometimes taking up to 10 at once. This is the exact same jam Meghan's team said sold out within hours after launch. And that's where the story starts to fall apart. While Netflix staff quietly clear shelves, Markle is reportedly planning a full international expansion. She genuinely believes she's about to dominate the UK jam market.
And this is a woman who has claimed numerous times that Netflix is involved in her brand. They should be horrifically embarrassed that she is so incompetent and that she has all this support and everything. And it's like, okay, well then where's the money going? Because a graphic designer would have not made that mistake.
That confidence is surprising, especially since she remains one of the most disliked public figures in Britain. Sources close to Prince Harry say he has finally stepped in, warning her directly, "We can't afford this." So how did someone with money, connections, and global attention fail so badly at selling jam? The answer starts with how this brand was launched. Before getting into the warehouse situation, it's important to understand the setup. Meghan introduced American Riviera Orchard with a tightly controlled PR rollout. Instagram photos showed her in a designer apron. Strawberry jam jars were sent to 50 influencers, each with handwritten calligraphy notes.
I did not think he should have aired the family's dirty laundry, but that's just me, darling. So I was like, Harry, no, don't do that. You know better. You know what I mean? But he did what he did.
People like her, lizards in human form, will stop at nothing, as you said, to get some attention.
The website looked polished and promised a full lifestyle brand, not just food products. The message was clear. This wasn't just jam, this was luxury, this was image, and this was Meghan. But there's a basic business rule that seems to have been ignored. Marketing can't fix weak products, and it can't rescue poor planning either. The product lineup raised questions fast. Alongside the jam were wickless candles, wine, and the now infamous flower petal sprinkles that people say taste like dry grass. These items were promoted as premium, but the response didn't match the hype. The amount of unsold inventory is staggering. These were products the team claimed were in extremely high demand.
Number one, I think she's sort of starting to lose interest as the brand isn't doing well. I think she's kind of like, I don't want to take the time. I just want to get this out. I just want to get this sold. And I get it, but like she wants to apparently run a multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar empire, and she ain't gonna do it like this.
They even said they had to order 1 million more jars because sales were supposedly so strong. Yet the reality tells a very different story. At Netflix, employees were reportedly told they could help themselves to the products. One staff member didn't just grab a few items. They walked out with 10 jars of jam alone, not 10 items total, 10 jars. That detail matters. This is Netflix. A company valued at over $200 billion is using office space to store unsold lifestyle products. Even worse, they're giving them away as employee perks just to clear room. When asked for comment, Netflix declined to respond. For a company that carefully controls its public image, that silence speaks loudly.
Probably because they're embarrassed of the marketing too. Wow. Unreal how bad this all is. This is clearly a hatchet job by Meghan herself, and it shows that the effort and energy she put into it as ever is officially dead.
Harry and Meghan are in so much financial trouble now that they very quietly, maybe possibly listed their home. Like, it's not a listing, it's like a pocket listing that like they're considering selling, unloading the Montecito $14 million mansion because they just can't afford it.
Markle's team rushed to contain the damage. They claimed the inventory had already been moved to another warehouse. They insisted what remained at Netflix was only for gifting, sampling, and promotional use. But when promotional samples fill 2 storage rooms and employees are encouraged to take armfuls home, that's not strategy, that's pressure. Then things took another turn. Last month, a glitch on the American Riviera Orchard website exposed something Markle never intended to be public. Users discovered that by adding large quantities to their cart, they could see real inventory numbers. The numbers were hard to ignore.
Netflix headquarters is overflowing with Meghan Markle's jam. And Prince Harry is warning Meghan Markle, we can't afford
Over 20,000 jars of jam, around 90,000 wickless candles, nearly 500,000 items total sitting unsold. Once people noticed, Markle's team quickly issued denials. But once numbers like that surface, there's no pretending they don't exist. They insisted this wasn't overstock at all. According to Meghan's team, this inventory was meant for international expansion. Britain, Europe, Asia. They claimed the whole world was waiting for Meghan's jam. But the timing of that explanation tells you everything. That excuse didn't come before the evidence surfaced. It didn't come as part of a big rollout announcement. It showed up only after people caught on and the proof went public.
It's so bad, they are literally giving it away. Staff are helping themselves to free as ever products as the streamer's Los Angeles offices are filled with Meghan Markle's wares.
Now let's talk about why these products aren't moving. Because the Netflix warehouse situation is just one symptom of a much bigger problem. The entire business plan is broken from the ground up. Take the Valentine's Day bundles. Markle rolled out several gift sets for the holiday, clearly aiming for romance and impulse buying. One of them, the Sweetheart Bundle, included chocolate, strawberry spread, raspberry spread, and candles. The price tag was $185. Here's where it gets messy.
Insider says Meghan is absolutely convinced this is the moment to go big, and she's not talking about dipping a toe in. She's going full global expansion. Oh my God, can you imagine how poorly this is gonna be? She believes there's serious money to be made overseas, especially in Europe, Asia.
When customers added up the individual items, the total came out to exactly $185. No discount, no bonus, no value. A bundle is supposed to give buyers a deal, not charge them the same price and call it special. That's basic retail logic. In some cases, the bundles were even worse. A Reddit user broke down a smaller Valentine's set with just chocolate and raspberry spread. The bundle cost $29. The chocolate bar alone sells for $14. The jam costs $12. That adds up to $26. Markle was charging $3 extra for nothing, no exclusive packaging, no added benefit, just a higher price.
Reports are now coming in through Closer magazine as well that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle clash as he tells her, we can't afford this.
This is why I think she's a sociopath. And by that, I mean, I really think, just my opinion, she is a psychopath.
When people started pointing this out, Markle quietly adjusted the pricing. But by then, the damage was already done. It exposed a bigger issue. She doesn't seem to understand her own business or how customers think. Then there's the marketing, and this is where things start to look amateur. Markle posted a Valentine's Day promo image on Instagram featuring her products on a bright red background. It included the words limited edition written in what was supposed to be classy calligraphy. The problem is, the image looked bad, the products weren't centered, the text was hard to read, the editing was sloppy enough that you could clearly see where different images had been pasted together.
And the mediocre doesn't stop there. We also have this random picture, and I'll have to say the Sidley twins were quite smart because one of them photoshopped the It character in the background, Pennywise. But I look at this picture, and again, what's the message here? Like, you know, you're selling romance in your text, but this looks like a crazy woman holding on to balloons in her yard for no inexplicable reason.
One jar of strawberries tilted the entire layout to one side, leaving awkward, empty space on the other. Professional graphic designers in the comments didn't hold back. One pointed out that the limited edition text was tilted upward at an odd angle. Another noted the products looked like they were floating because there were no shadows at all. This is someone with alleged Netflix support, living in a $16 million home, constantly talking about her business skills in interviews, yet her promotional image looked like it was thrown together in basic editing software with no quality control. But the biggest marketing failure wasn't about design. It was about strategy. Markle positioned her Valentine's products as romantic gifts. The website copy talked about easy romance, heartfelt gestures, and everyday moments that call for something a little sweeter.
Markle sources were forced to deny the business was in trouble last month after a website glitch revealed unsold inventory of roughly over 500,000 items. Although now resolved, the site briefly displayed the inventory that included approximately 2,000 20 jars of jam, etc. And while eager-eyed internet sleuths took advantage of the glitch, as we just discussed, it revealed that she had a backlog of so much product, and her business was failing.
Here's the reality. Most men don't want to buy jam for Valentine's Day, and most women don't want jam from their partners on Valentine's Day either. The comment sections made that crystal clear. One woman wrote, "If my husband bought me spread for Valentine's Day, he'd be back home with his mama." Another commented, "I don't think my husband wants flour sprinkles on his eggs and bacon." The product didn't match the moment. The audience didn't connect. The market fit was completely off. If Markle wanted to make Valentine's Day work, she should have framed it as mother-daughter gifts or friend-to-friend celebrations. The holiday was the perfect opportunity to sell moments of female friendship, women supporting women, sharing special treats together. Instead, she tried to sell the idea that strawberry preserves are inherently romantic, that chocolate covered in flower petals equals love. The market didn't buy it, and the sales proved it. Now we get to perhaps the most delusional part of this story. Despite every signal showing failure,
Apparently there are 2 storage rooms packed with as ever product. They are literally just giving it away to employees. One staffer walked out with 10 products for free. We're told jars of jam, candles, wine, and Meghan's famous flower petal sprinkles are being kept in storage rooms.
Promoting what?
Yeah.
You guys announced that you canceled with Love Meghan. It's done. It's done. You know, what other promotional purpose could this garbage serve?
Meghan Markle is reportedly doubling down. She believes this is her moment to go global. According to Closer magazine, Markle isn't talking about testing the waters. She's planning a full international expansion with the UK market as her main focus. Let that sink in. She thinks she can dominate the British jam market, the same country where she consistently ranks as one of the least popular public figures. This is the same Britain whose royal family she openly criticized in interviews watched by millions. The same Britain where her treatment of the late Queen Elizabeth still sparks anger. UK commenters have made this clear. I am from the UK and I can honestly say I will never buy any of her products after what she tried to do to the royal family. I find it hard to believe many of us will. Another wrote, "She called our royal family racist. Yeah, we're all rushing to buy her jam."
They were suggesting that it was unethical the way that she repackages things, like, oh, look at these Valentine's Day boxes I have, or these holiday boxes I have, and says that she got new stock in when it's the same stock. She's just repackaging it to try to generate some sort of interest in product that's not moving. I mean, it was very logistical the way this article was written, and the way that they were talking about how she basically takes the product that's not moving, slaps a ribbon on it, and says, here's the Valentine's Day bundle.
The reaction says it all. Meanwhile, King Charles has been running his organic food brand, Highgrove, for decades. It includes jams, preserves, chocolates, and teas, with profits going to charity. These products are high quality and the British trust the brand. Meghan seems to think she can compete with that, using wickless candles and overpriced spreads in a market that actively dislikes her. The UK also has strict food safety rules. Products need proper labeling, full ingredient lists, expiration dates, and compliance with EU food laws. Markle's products reportedly miss some of these requirements, meaning they could face regulatory hurdles before even reaching shelves. Yet sources say Markle believes that once her brand reaches a British audience, everything will change. She thinks people are just waiting to discover her products. The reality is far different. British consumers are not waiting. This is where Prince Harry reportedly steps in.
Her products are mediocre slop. And then this is the other one. This is really expensive. And oh man, she has taken it off, guys, but we will talk about how much this is a ripoff. Why? Because she put something on there that the 2 individual products together equaled $26, and she was selling it for $29. So $3 for literally nothing. Nothing. Okay, so this is the Valentine's bundle that she can't.
For perhaps the first time, he's pushing back. Sources say he's worried about the financial risk. He's not telling her to quit, but he's urging caution. He wants her to slow down and take a more sensible pace because the money isn't flowing like it used to, and he's right to be concerned. The financial picture has changed dramatically. Harry's memoir, Spare, sold well initially, but there's no sequel coming. Their Spotify deal ended badly. Netflix projects haven't returned the expected profits. Markle's cooking show was reportedly shelved. Setting up proper international distribution is incredibly expensive, and all these challenges add up. The ambition is enormous, but the practical hurdles are even bigger. Even with all the warning signs, Markle is reportedly ignoring the lessons from her failures. Sources say she's still pushing for flashy launches, believing that international fame will automatically translate into sales. But the reality of global markets is brutal. You can't just transplant a luxury brand into a country that actively distrusts you and expects success. Distribution is another massive hurdle. Shipping fragile jams and candles overseas isn't cheap, and setting up proper storage, logistics, and retail partnerships can easily cost millions.
She's not doing, I think, especially with these edits and bundles, a good job of actually taking the products individually and doing a separate photo shoot with those products to show them together. She's photoshopping them together. And you feel it here really badly. So what she did is she took the disparate elements here. And this is obviously, and the picture on the site itself is not this bad. But let me show you. She took this. She screenshotted it, took out the background, and slapped it on this red one here.
Without a tested strategy, even a small misstep could sink the brand before it ever reaches British shelves. Then there's the marketing challenge. While American Riviera Orchard had that initial Instagram buzz, the momentum fizzled fast. Social media posts that once looked luxurious now come across as tone-deaf or poorly executed. Followers notice every flaw. They notice when products are overpriced, photos are sloppy, or bundles don't make sense. That kind of scrutiny is amplified overseas, especially in a market as traditional and critical as the UK. Financially, the pressure is mounting. Netflix is sitting on tons of unsold inventory, giving it away for free, and Harry is reportedly worried about cash flow. Previous ventures, like the Spotify deal and Netflix projects, haven't delivered the expected returns. Every expansion attempt now carries more risk, not less, and the backlash isn't just financial, it's cultural. Meghan has a history of public controversies in the UK, from criticizing the royal family to comments that stirred strong opinions. That makes her brand inherently polarizing. Even a high-quality product might struggle simply because the audience isn't willing to overlook the person behind it. Despite all of this, insiders say she remains convinced she can win over the market.
Okay, Meghan, just putting it out there. No man in his right mind wants your chocolate or your spread for Valentine's Day. He wants his girlfriend, his wife, whatever, to go to Siren and pick up something from Sydney Sweeney. Because he's thinking about Sydney Sweeney. That's what men want for Valentine's Day. They want a negligee. Anything they do for Valentine's Day is because they want you in bed later. Men are simple.
The confidence borders on delusion, but it also fuels her next moves. Some experts argue that if she wants to salvage the brand, she would need a complete rethink. Smaller product runs, authentic marketing, and a focus on audiences that actually want her offerings. At this point, every decision counts. One wrong move could mean more warehouse overflows, more discounted products, and more public embarrassment. The question isn't whether she can sell jam, it's whether she can survive the PR storm that comes with trying. Expanding internationally isn't just about ambition. You need warehouses, logistics, compliance with different countries, marketing campaigns, local partnerships, and a serious understanding of regulations. We're talking millions of dollars in upfront costs before you even see a return. And Markle wants to do all this while sitting on 500,000 unsold items in the US, while Netflix is giving products away just to clear space. The math simply doesn't work, but sources say Markle won't hear it. She's convinced that her jam sales have fully validated her vision for the lifestyle market. One insider said, she believes she's sitting on a gold mine with her jam. Harry just needs to trust her and let her run with this.
Probably one of the worst things I've seen, and she definitely doesn't know how to market it because, Meghan, your products do not appeal to a man whatsoever. This does. Sydney Sweeney does. So if you want to impress your husband for Valentine's Day, don't get anything from Meghan Markle. He will be very, very confused because, again, men are simple. They want a sandwich. They want a woman. They want a woman who can make them a sandwich. They're simple creatures. And Meghan Markle apparently has no clue how to reach them. Meghan Markle has no clue what men want, apparently. Has no clue how to market or brand her product.
Confidence is one thing, but ignoring reality is another. Venture capitalists have a saying, don't throw good money after bad. When a strategy is failing, you don't scale it up blindly. You pivot, you reassess, you listen to feedback. Markle seems to be doing the opposite, treating failure as a signal to invest even more. Here's what's really happening, and business analysts as well as psychologists have noticed this. Markle built her brand around one central idea, herself. Her taste, her aesthetic, her handwriting, her face on every promo image, her name on every product, but she never asked the most important question. Do people actually want this? The market has answered, and the answer is no. Not at these prices, not with these products, not from her. Look at how successful celebrity lifestyle brands do it. Martha Stewart built her empire on real expertise. She could cook, design, and create the products she sold. Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, controversial as it is, knew exactly who its audience was and served them consistently. Even the Kardashians understood the principle of selling aspiration, not themselves. Markle is selling herself, and herself isn't what people are buying. The Netflix warehouse tells the full story. A major streaming platform took a chance on her brand, likely as part of a larger content deal. They provided resources, support, and storage space. Now they're stuck with rooms full of unsold products, giving them away to employees just to clear shelves. That isn't a business partnership, that's a liability. So what's next? There are a few possibilities. First, Markle could actually learn from the failure. She could pivot to a different strategy, find a product with real market fit, and build something sustainable. But her history doesn't suggest this is likely. She tends to blame outside factors when things go wrong. Second, she could scale back operations and quietly let American Riviera Orchard fade, claiming she's focusing on family or other passions. This is probably the most realistic path, but it would require admitting defeat, which may be difficult for her. Third, and what sources say she might do, is double down on the UK expansion. Despite all evidence, she could invest heavily, lose even more money, and create a failure so big it becomes impossible to ignore. There's also a fourth possibility, whispered by insiders. Netflix could formally distance themselves from the brand. They've already stopped promoting it. The overflowing storage room suggests they want it gone. A quiet separation may already be underway. Meghan Markle had every advantage: fame, money, resources, expert access, and still couldn't sell jam. 2 Netflix storage rooms are overflowing with products nobody wants. And that is the reality of the American Riviera Orchard saga. If you watch this and have thoughts, drop them in the comments below. If this breakdown made you see things differently, hit subscribe and stay locked in for more deep dives like this. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who needs to see it.